Alrighty then. What's going on, guys? Lotus Whatevs here, back with another video. So yeah, this is part 4, and possibly, no, not possibly, it is the final part of this series. Congratulations to us. I have finally finished a What If without actually going on to another idea. Look at that. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be an hour or not. If it's not an hour, then it's not an hour. It's the ending anyway. Such as life. We'll just let it pass. We'll just let it go by. All right. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a nice day. And I wouldn't say I'm having the best day, nor am I having a good day, nor am I having a bad day. It's an okay day for me. I mean, like, it's hot as hell, but hey, it's close to summer. Such as life. We'll get through it. But anyways, last time I left off in this series, it was the sports festival. Deku gave Todoroki a high five after going all out. Bakugo couldn't go all out with Deku because Bakugo's bones are kind of the consequence of him using his quirk. So he couldn't go all out and have that amazing battle. And Deku and Todoroki's battle have been put into the history books of UA. So yeah, and all of hero history. So yeah. So we skipped to Monday morning. They had a week break because, well, they should have been tired, especially Todoroki, Deku, and Bakugo. So over this week, Deku, he talked to, well, Mina, not Uraraka, Momo, yes, Nejire. So Nejire, she got Deku's number afterwards, and they invited her, and he talked to the girls, and the girls added her to the group chat, and you know the rest. From there, they hung out, and she officially became Deku's girlfriend. You know, it's kind of funny how it didn't even last. Like, they just met, like 2 days ago, and she's already his girlfriend. Like, that's crazy. But anyways, Deku is still the silent type. He's still the silent type. He's just not silent when he's fighting. So yeah, and he also talks to Kendo and Nato. So yeah. So we skipped to Monday morning with Deku walking in with the 4 girls. Not Nejire, since Nejire had to go early because, well, she's a 3rd year. And, well, yeah. So she has class, well, before them. She didn't get a break since, you know, she didn't have a sports festival or anything special like that. So, yeah, we skipped to, the thing where, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of the thing. The thing where, the internships? Yeah, internships. Yes, internships. So, the whole internship thing. Deku doesn't go with Gran Torino, he goes with Endeavor, actually. He actually goes with Endeavor this time. Why does he go with Endeavor? I don't know, he just felt like going with Endeavor. Because it's not like he doesn't like All Might, it's just that, like, he's still stronger than, like, almost every hero that he comes into contact with. It's just that, like, he doesn't want to. So he's like, okay, Deku. Such is life, and yeah. So somebody wanted me to do a redo of what if Naruto was betrayed. Sorry about that. What if Naruto was betrayed, and they wanted me to make Deku a cultivator. I'm gonna say this now. You have made the greatest decision and the worst decision of your life. So, your brain is not gonna like the things I do to it afterwards. So, I would like you to get mentally prepared. You'll be getting the what if possibly in 3 to 4 days. So I want you in those 3 to 4 days to mentally prepare your brain, alright? For the shit I'm about to say. Because not only am I using moves from mangas and the history I know of, well, the people that will be used, but the things I will be creating. So I would like you to mentally prepare yourself. Not for cringe, but for knowledge. Okay? Imaginary knowledge. Knowledge that should be in your imagination. Not for you to use in your everyday life. Don't use that knowledge in your everyday life. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You'll become worse than the anime kid. We don't want that. Alright? We have an anime kid, we're gonna stick to that. Alright? We're not gonna have a manga kid, okay? We're not gonna have a what if kid or anything like that. We're gonna have the anime kid. Okay, we're gonna stay like that, and we're not gonna do anything with that. All right? Okay then. Mentally prepare yourself, and let's get back to the what if. So yeah. So Deku goes with Endeavor as basically Deku walks into Endeavor's agency and he says, and he just waves, and Endeavor says, "Hello there, Midoriya. How are you?" As Midoriya nods to say, "I'm good." Because Endeavor noticed that Midoriya is the silent type. He asked Todoroki how Midoriya is. Todoroki said that he's the silent type and stuff like that. He doesn't really talk much, but he talks due to his movements. And the only time he talks is if he's really pissed or it's somebody really important to him. As he said, "Oh, alright then, that's understandable." So, yeah, Todoroki and Endeavor got a better relationship. So, it's all well and good. So, life's good. But, anyways, so Endeavor says, "Well, since it's the first day with the internships, would you like to hang out or go outside?" As Todoroki says, "Sure." Because they're not gonna do no special training for right now. They're just gonna go and basically do bonding, basically, I guess. Like, they're just gonna go outside and bond. So basically they go outside, they go around shopping and stuff like that, buying food and stuff like that. And Deku's not buying a lot of food. Deku has his own credit card to buy food and never notices this, and he says, alright, he lets Deku buy food, but he buys some of Deku's food as well. So yeah, so that's how it is. So, cause he owes Deku a big debt. That's what he thinks. Cause he thinks that he owes Deku a really big debt for him helping his son unlock his true potential and many more. So he's really grateful to Deku for that. But anyways, so Deku, they just do that for that whole day until he says until it's time to go and he says goodbye. So the normal attack doesn't happen right now. It doesn't happen at all since Leo villains ain't there. We skip to Bakugo, who has one for all. Yay! Wait, who did I give one for all to? I just noticed. No, nobody got one for all. All Might still has one for all. So, yeah. So that happens. But Bakugo still goes to Gran Torino for speed training, basically, to control his breathing while he's in the air. So, yeah. So that happens, and basically for that whole month, Deku trains with Endeavor and Todoroki, and he actually trains Endeavor. He's the one training them. Endeavor's not training them. He's training them. He's helping Endeavor improve on his flames and stuff like that and control it to actually make it so that he can make like weapons. Like, I know Endeavor could make a spear, but like that spear is not actually like as refined. Like, it looks like an actual sphere. It's just like a flaming spear that's not really controlled. It's not really controlled or stiffened because he has to make it hard because he has to solidify the heat in the air around it and then, well, make it a little harder. It's a fire spear, yes, but you need to understand. His fire can gather up things in the air as well. If there's fire surrounding it, he can control that fire to, well, cover things around it, which means the kind of dust particles in the air, he could use it. And yeah, so Deku, he does that, and he trains them. Todoroki can now make weapons out of it, but Todoroki mostly prefers long range weapons, so he uses the spear, the bow staff. And yeah, and he tried copying the scythe like Deku, but he couldn't. Cause alright, I'm gonna make this a special thing. Like, the only person that could use the scythe is Deku, and the only person that could actually make this, materialize a scythe and use it out of their own elemental prowess is only Deku and the Grim Reapers, and angels and demons. That's if the angels and demons want to. Because, that's kind of a law in heaven. That's kind of a law in heaven, because it's kind of dangerous to use the scythe, because the scythe is actually used for reaping souls. So, yeah, it's kind of like a sacred weapon. So, yeah. Because, the scythe, once it's materialized, its main purpose is for reaping souls. So immediately, if you attack somebody with it and you're unable to control the scythe, it's automatically gonna reap that person's soul. And depending on your power, if it's like something like fire, it's gonna burn that soul, killing the person and making it so that they can't go into the reincarnation cycle. So yeah, I don't believe in the reincarnation cycle. I'm gonna say this now. I don't believe in it. No, I don't believe in it. The theory is nice. It's a nice theory, but I don't believe in it. So yeah. So Greek gods and many more. I don't believe in them. I really don't believe they exist. I highly doubt they exist, actually. Yes, I listen to like the lores about them and stuff like that, how good they are and stuff like that. But honestly speaking, I don't believe in them. I don't care about them. Don't believe in them. To me, they're all shit. All right, they're all shit. They're all crap. All right, especially Zeus. All right, like the only god and goddess that I could probably say I respect is probably Hades. Hades is actually straight. He's straight. Alright, he's straight. He respectful, alright, and shit like that. And possibly the only female I could say I respect is Hera, but not a lot. Cause if you haven't listened to the lore of Hera, it is said that Hera, if you're a female, like she's the goddess of all women, alright? It is said that if you're a female and you do not marry, Hera will follow you with her whip, and once she catches you, she's gonna whip you for all eternity and torture you. So I'm not really a fan of that. Just because I can't get married, nah, that's kind of messed up. So cause let's be honest here, you're married and I'm not. You should be happy that you're married. But I feel like the only reason she's doing this is probably because, like, I get it now. It's because Zeus sleeps with a lot of women, and she's scared that, if they don't get married, that Zeus is gonna go after them. So she's probably pissed off about that. Alright, that's kind of understandable, but still, do you really have to torture them? Like, you're a god. You could possibly put, like, a seal on them. I understand Zeus is the strongest god, but hell. Look at this. Look at Athena. Athena don't take shit. All right, Athena doesn't take shit. She went after Medusa and turned her into that the Medusa we know today, just to protect her from Poseidon. And wouldn't you know it, nigga, Poseidon didn't go back to her no matter what. Nigga was scared for his life. Like, are you like what? Like, you're a goddess. Like, you're the second strongest god among all of them. Alright? First of all, when I say God, I don't mean capital G, I mean lowercase g. Alright? Understand that. So, yeah. So, like, how does that work? You're the second strongest goddess. You're the strongest goddess. Yet, you're kind of the dumbest god. Alright, apart from Kronos, but still, Kronos is a titan, not really a god. But anyways, such is life. Let's move on. So yeah, Deku just trains them and stuff like that. Now we skip to the League of Villains. So the whole war arc with the whole army of villains, yeah, it doesn't happen. Like, they don't have that army like they did before, since they're not on Earth anymore. So they have limited people, which is Toga twice and stuff like that. And they brought the Nomus with them, but still, like, they took the remaining corpse of the people after taking their quirks and turned them into Nomus. So yeah. So we skip to the camp arc. We skip to that camp arc. Cause the whole 9 incident and Wolfgang incident don't happen, since All For One, he's kind of on Mars right now. I don't know, doing some dumb shit research, trying to live the life. Yeah, living the life. I don't know how it works, but it just does. Alright, such is life. So, and the whole thing with the comments, like, don't come after me with that. I don't know what's going on. YouTube be bugging. YouTube is Ed. Go to YouTube for that. That's not my problem, but still, I'm not gonna bring all my problems to YouTube. You could bring some problems to me, not all of them. Like, anything that has to do with the comments, yeah, you bring that to YouTube. If you're having a problem with your day, yeah, you can come to me for that. Yeah, you can come to me with that. But, like, anything that has to do with technical difficulties with your account, you go to YouTube for that. Not me. Have fun with that. But anyways, the training camp arc. Yay! So they're on the bus. Deku knows what's about to happen because basically Deku saw what happened to the third years and he was like, oh, so that's what's gonna happen to us. Interesting indeed. So yeah, he also heard it from Nejire and he was like, oh, that's nice. That's basically what he thinks in his head. So Deku he goes and Deku stays on the bus. He pulls out one strand of his hair. He makes a clone. That clone walks out while Deku stays on the bus invisible mode. He just stays on the bus. And he falls asleep. Staying invisible mode. So yeah, Deku he did a pro gamer move. Yeah. Oh, and the whole strand of hair thing, that's actually something I took from Son Wukong. Yeah. But such is life. Ah, what the? Nah, that didn't hurt. Yeah, it didn't hurt. Let me do that again. Does it really hurt when you hit your nail upon something? It never hurt that much. It doesn't hurt that much. You can get over it. Yeah, it's just slightly stings. Anyways. Or is it just that I'm built different? Yeah, I'm built different. I'm built different. It don't hurt. But anyways, So yeah, the whole thing happens with the class fighting and stuff like that. And Deku, like they get to the campsite, the teachers and stuff like that with Aizawa. And Deku, he noticed that they parked and they're there as basically the teachers woke out in a stretch. As basically they're planning everything, and then Deku walks out and says, that was a good nap. As he goes to the teacher and says, oh, as basically the teachers are talking about, so we're gonna do this and this and this and this, and then Deku goes behind him and what you gonna do next? As the teacher said, yeah, we're gonna do this. As basically they notice Deku and they're like, wait, weren't you with everybody else? As Deku says, no. As they said, yes, you were. We saw you walk out the bus. Deku says, no. You saw a strand of my hair walk out the bus. Not me, a strand of my hair. As he snaps his finger and basically the class are looking at Deku and Deku just suddenly poofs into a strand of hair. A strand of hair just floats and it goes flying. As basically it goes to Deku, Deku catches it. He says, yeah, strand of hair. As basically like they look dumbfounded. Like, what? Impossible. Bullshit. As I was just taking a nap because he already knew Deku was on the bus. The first thing he noticed was if Deku walked out the bus, the whole exam would have been finished quickly. So if he just walked out that bus, that's not him. It's either a clone or something else. That's not him. Because he assessed the situation like a boss. So yeah. So basically the class come 2 hours later. And Deku's here. He's like, hey guys. As they were like, Deku, where were you? As Deku says, I was here the whole time. And he said, no you weren't. You were with us and you poof. Deku says, nah, that was a strand of my hair. As they said, oh wow. So basically, while they're doing that, they stay there for how long was it? Like 3 days? Like 3 days, right? Nah, make it a week now. Yes, a week now. So so while they do that, so in that time, All For One and friends, they finish assessing their quirks. They got stronger, and they said, all right, All For One said, all right, let's go back now. So yeah, All For One and friends got ready to go back. They got back like by the time like Deku in class when they got back, and then like a week later, the villains was like, okay, we're gonna cause a rampage now. We're going after lives. So basically do that, and yeah. So the villains are going on a slight rampage. All For One goes to fight All Might claps the living dog shit out of All For One because, well, he's in his prime and he didn't get that well scar. And if you watched Ball's Deep predictions, you know that All Might was weakened like 70%, and he has that 100% now. So All Might basically clapped the living fuck out of All For One. All For One is Dark Order now. So Yeah. So Deku, he does that. All for One is being dogged on. So yeah. And Deku, he's just walking around like he knows there's a catastrophe right now. He just sees it happening. He's just walking around like it's a normal day in the neighborhood. And then Shigaraki and Dabi decided to do the dumb shit that they could have ever done in their life, and that was try to fight Deku. Deku just looks at them like they're retarded, and he just continues walking until Shigaraki, he grabs his shoulder thinking he disintegrated Deku, as then he looks and sees that Deku, his eyes turned red. As he looks at him, as Deku, he says, "Let go of me." Now, as all of a sudden, Shigaraki tries to let go, but he can't. He says, I can't. As basically Dabi says, "What? Get. Okay, what did you do?" As Deku, he grabs Shigaraki's hand, lifts it up, also pulling Shigaraki upwards, breaking his hand, and slamming Shigaraki to the ground. Shigaraki is now out cold, and he has many broken ribs and bones. And then he looks at Dabi, as Dabi proceeds to shoot fire at him, to which that fire of Dabi gets caught by Endeavor, making chains around Dabi's neck and his hands. Then pulling Dabi and says, "We'll have a chat ourselves," as he proceeds to dog water on Dabi. As Dabi reveals himself to be Toya Todoroki when he thought that, he had the upper hand, when all Endeavor was just holding back. Dabi was using 100%. While Endeavor was using 25%, because he learned from Deku. Deku made him big body. So yeah, Dabi gets dog shitted on, and we skip back to All For One and All Might. All Might does that whole plot twist on Nanoshimura and Shigaraki and stuff like that, as basically, that happens, as basically, Deku, he just comes in dragging Shigaraki and Dabi, and Endeavor comes in next to him just dragging Dabi by the arm, as All For One says, "What, impossible?" And Deku says, "Nah, nothing's impossible. Stop being a bitch and come down here." As All For One says, "Arrogant brat, what's your name?" As Deku says, "My name is Izuku Midoriya." As All For One smirks and says, "I'm your father, kid." As Deku says, yeah, I know that, but still, you're still being a, bitch. Come down here. Let me have a chat with you." As All For One, he gets pissed by this. He All For One, the common collective All For One gets pissed by this, that his own son called him a bitch twice. So he came charging out Deku, and All Might was about to stop him. As Deku says, no, let him come. I'm gonna have a chat with him. As All For One goes near him, right when he thinks he's about to take Deku on, bro, Deku reels back his arm so far, nigga started to twist. Nigga twist 10 times, and he spun 10 times, slapping dog water out All For One, bro. All For One got slapped 10 times. Max power. Deku sending shockwaves through the whole solar system. Matter of fact, no, existence itself. As God watching this, he's like, damn. He's not waking up from that. As Deku says, no, he's waking up from that. He's gonna wake up. As Deku slaps him again, and All For One surprisingly wakes up. As everybody says, it's a miracle that he's still alive. So cause his head Izuku's strongest, Izuku's 100%, cause this man All For One's body just splash. So yeah, as Deku, he proceeds to slap All For One multiple times while saying, "When I was in that limbo state, what was your ass doing? You was planning to go to the moon, right? Yeah. Let's have a chat on Mars." Deku throws him to Mars. All For One thinking, yeah, 10 times boost. Finna beat this kid up. As Deku says, yeah, you forgot, I got 10 times boost too. Let's have a chat. As he proceeds to dog water All For One. Now take in mind, Deku, while saying, let's have a chat, son got his fist up walking mad fast up to All For One. He pulling up on him like he got that Black Air Force energy. Man's Deku proceeds to stomp out All For One's back. He legit is stomping on All For One's back. Just breaking this nigga every single bone, ligament, atom in his back. As Deku proceeds to bring out the pinnacle of Black Air Force energy and brings this man out of existence itself, creating a new form of existence and creating a second one. until he has almost infinites. As Deku proceeds to throw All For One at each of them, playing pinball with All For One. As All For One is getting burned, drowned, and many more, even poisoned. And All For One is in his mind, emotionless, broken, thinking, how am I still alive? As he slightly looks at Deku and sees Deku saying, yeah, it's me. I'm the one saving your ass. You're not dead because of me. As Deku, he says, alright, final round of pinball, send him to me. As basically he hits an existence and it goes flying to Deku. Deku reels back his hand and dog orders All For One. As Deku proceeds to grab All For One and puts him in the middle. As he proceeds to say, fire. As every universe starts creating stars at rapid speed and throwing them at All For One. As immediately after that, Deku says, boom. As immediately all the universes move forward at high speed to where All For One is. As they proceed to clash. As they go boom. Making a giant explosion that could erupt, that could destroy the existence we know as the world today. As Deku, he's not done. Deku, he wasn't wearing no black Air Forces. He was just wearing some regular flip-flops when he went outside. As Deku, he proceeds to put on some high-top, creased, dirty-ass black Air Forces. As he proceeds to walk to All For One and stomp on his head. Making that injury of his when he got that United States of smashed by All Might worse. As Deku proceeds to stomp and stomp and stomp. And to him, it's been millions of years. Because Deku, he did some space and time fluctuation, making time faster. As Deku, he just proceeds to stomp All For One. When in reality, in the outside world, it was just 1 minute. As Deku says, okay, I guess it's time to go back. As he proceeds to lift up All For One and throw him to Earth. To which All For One lands head first into the ground in front of All Might, knocked the fuck out cold and nearly dead. As Deku, who he floats down and says, okie dokie then, we're done having our chat. As All Might is in shock and quite possibly petrified. As he says, is he dead? As Deku says he might as well be. Because he doesn't have a quirk. He can't be a father anymore. He can't be a living human being. He can't be a villain, nor can he be a hero. He is now a turd that should be floating in the wind. But hey, I think he's too heavy for that. As All Might and Endeavor are like, okay. As they proceed to pick him up, the broken All For One, not caring about how he is, and just go. They each have a leg and they're dragging him. As they throw him into the car, making it worse for him to heal. And that is the end of the war arc. Shigaraki is crippled for the rest of his life. Dabi got dog watered on by Endeavor, because Endeavor wanted to discipline him for being a terrible older brother. And All For One got disciplined by Deku for being a terrible dad and got dog watered on. And got the pinnacle of Black Air Force energy put on him. So yeah. So that's how it went until, well, we skip to the future. Exactly 10 years in the future. We skip to a man with 10 children and 4 wives. Alright, graduation party. Bakugo and Uraraka got humiliated. They got exposed for what they did to Deku. Everybody hates them. Now they can't be heroes. So they turned to villainy and they got dog watered by Deku and friends. So, yeah. So they're no longer heroes. Number 2 hero is Todoroki, Deku's best friend. Deku and Todoroki have been best friends ever since that UA Sports Festival. And basically, they watched every UA Sports Festival, and basically, they were introduced as the 2 legends of, well, the UA Sports Festival and UA itself and all of hero history. And yeah, so everybody knows them. So yeah, so they live fruitful lives. Deku is still immortal. He made his friends immortal too. So yeah. So that's how it went. Deku has 5 kids with 4 girls. One of Momo had 2 kids. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the final and part 4 of what if Deku was a god and dog-watered everyone in the My Hero Academia universe. I hope you guys enjoyed, because I enjoyed making this, especially part 3. It was one of my favorite parts to make because, well, epic fight scene. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, this has been Lotus What Ifs out by my little stars.